Alright, welcome back folks. Here we are again. Now you know the score by now. Finally got this structure how I want it. It's now straight, completely flat. Took all the distortion from the heat of welding out of it, got it exact. It fits the filter exactly how I want it to. So now the item is ready for the fun bits, ready for the decoration. So you know about this already. This is some steel rod that I harvested from a charity shop, draining board plate rack, which cost me next to nothing. And that's going to form part of just the decoration, because that's really just a bit, it's okay, but it's just a bit boring on its own. It's a bit dull. So if you're putting all this effort in, I might as well put just a little bit more, excuse me, and make something quite nice. So it needs just looking on the back, these lips here are a little uneven. The rod is exact. I've measured that all the way around there, and that follows correct. So this lip on the inside is a little bit surplus, so there's going to be a little bit more grindage with the old lap wheel just to get that exact all the way around, but that's just details. Tonight I just want to have a little play with some ornateness, see if I can make it look a bit better than just a cover that could have been bought from one of the tack catalogues. I want it to look like it's made and it's unique and it's one-off. So stick with it, stay tuned, let's have a little play with this, see what I can come up with. So here we go. Right. Bit of hand manipulation. Ooh, misses. Should be able to make the shape I'm looking for. This kind of just great thing with metal is you can bend it any way you want, and if it's wrong and you make it look crap, you just bend it back again. Brilliant. I'm sure working with wood and stuff is a lot harder. Right, just going to grind the chrome off this bit. Still pretty chromed up from the plate wrap, and it won't weld if you've got chrome on it. Just going to whip this off quick. No chrome left. Right, I've just shaped that end so that I can start the second line I want to put inside there. She bit warm. Just a case of slowly bending it bit by bit. Get the shape you want. As always, y'all know the reason. warm. That's the general idea. A little scallop, which will then be welded on and fill it in the fullness of time. Okay, alright, tack tack. Same procedure as last night really. Just going to tack that all the way around. See what happens in a minute. Alright, there it is. That's the first one welded round. Same situation as last night. Tack, tack, tack. Little heat bluing coming through on the inside. Penetration. You can see that penetrates all the way through the sheet without blowing holes in it. It's quite tricky to get that to work every time. So I'm not quite pleased with that. Again, that edge, that chamfered edge there, is going to end up getting ground so that will then be filled in afterwards. You won't see any of that. It will just be a nice chamfer to make the thing look thicker. So now time to weld in the inner one. Let's see what that looks like. Let's go. Whoa, that's rubbish. Must try harder, problem child. That's better. And that's it. Let's see what that looks like on the inside. Have a look on the outside. Hey, that's not bad. All important. Penetration all the way around. That's gone quite well. Like everything else so far, at this stage, it's fugly, but that's going to get sheet metaled in, so it's 3D, and then moulded, I think is the right word, and then it will look gooder, certainly gooder than it looks now. I think it's time for some grindage and some cleaning up and lapping, and see if we can make this look half decent. And there we are. That's the initial shape. What I'm going to do is show you. That's all welded. That's nice and strong through there. And the idea now is that that's going to get, it's going to cut some sheet now, as I said. Let's see if I can do this 3D thing, lift that up, then it will just be filled in underneath, give it a bit of a scallop look. pattern template. Alrighty. Now, we transfer to the steel. Biro is probably not the best thing to draw on steel. Maybe a pencil or a Sharpie. But I have a biro. And I used it because it was just there. Alright. Now, being as my disc, my last disc is just a little nub, I think now calls for the schnippen. So let's get cutting. Do it the old-fashioned way. Tiny bit more wasteful because you got to chop bits out. But this was a free sheet of steel I got from the guy I bought the welder from off of eBay. I think he bought the MIG and he bought all the stuff and sheets of steel and 3 rolls of wire because he thought he could start welding. I think he had a little go at it, found it was harder than he thought, and I think the next morning there was an eBay advert. So I took the whole lot off in MIG, the welder, 2 bottles of gas, everything for 100 quid. And that's like a Clark Maximig 135, so good deal. Good deal. So being as it was almost free, let's chop it up. Only one cut so far. I hate tin snips. And I hate anyone who's got water jet, because I'm jealous. All I've got is a water leak. So there you go. Bit messy at the moment, but then, like the rest of the job, it tidies up as you go along. Right. There we are, done. That's the general idea. Now, tack, tack, tack. Right. Let's get it welded. Let's go. And here it is. We're finished for one evening. That's the general idea. Just welded this piece on tacked all that along, same as the others, tack, 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 and then just ground that back. See that? Oops, obviously that is recessed pretty much, and that's going to get filled in with filler, Bondo, sort of whatever you want to call it, plastic padding, Isopon, so that you won't see that. That would just be a nice 45-degree chamfer pretty much all round. But the idea has been achieved to get a 3D look, like a scalloped undersection, so it actually looks like it. Kind of like that shiny silver a bit, but it's not going to work because it's mild steel, so it'll go red in about an hour. But that's it for now. It's 10 o'clock at night now, so I can't really do any more noise and sparks and grounding. But that's been another 3 hours tonight. So there's 11, nearly 12 hours in that now. And I am not, I don't know, I quite like that. I think that's come out pretty much as I expected. It will look a great deal better with filler and paint and finish, because there's a lot of work in the bodywork. I mean, this is probably about half the work. There's probably about another 5 or 6 hours in the finishing and bodywork. But as far as the filter cover is concerned, that's pretty much the effect. Let's get some light on it, bit of a shadow. That's kind of the effect that I wanted. This area up under here will just get a very, very sort of flat, thinner filler, which will be flat, so it will look like a complete 3D scallop, like this has almost been recessed in. And that's pretty much what I had in mind at the beginning, and it's how it's come out. So not too shabby. Still going to do a bit more with this yet. It may not be straight away, but you'll see this again. See what it comes out like with a little bit of finishing. Okay, that's it for tonight. I'm going in. Thanks for tuning in and watching Delboy's Garage. See you next time.